These videos are here to entertain, amuse, and maybe even make you question reality. We operate in a different dimension, on another plane of existence. Please remember, information in these videos is not financial advice or serious theories. Only a fool would believe anything stated here. This is Dgtl.bizkit.
Live on YouTube and Cake, or who am I today? Tell me, who am I today? Who are you? XRP something. XRP Explorer? I don't know. What do you call a hippie? Fucking old head? Something like that? Burnout?
Yeah, we're good.
I'm the XRP burnout, man.
XR hippie? XR hippie? Yo, I'm XR hippie.
XR hippie, XR bippity boppity, skippity floppity, whippity woppity, pop pop poppity, scoppity.
Dippity doppity, sounding good?
Yeah, we're good.
Well, we're live on YouTube, and we're about to be live on Kick, so let me tell you, dude.
Hey, fellas, I just want to, real quick, drop a peace pipe. Brother, cousin, friends, fam, fellas, everybody. Why is it that they could find billions of dollars in fraud with the doggy, but nobody's been charged? No names have been released. Why are we keeping that a secret? Makes me wonder.
Could be that, they're testing the waters. Once you break stuff, you observe from a distance. You see how everyone scrambles and tries to figure out what they're doing. I think we're just in the phase where it's wait, watch, and see. They're doing the same thing because they want to see how people are going to react to everything they do. Problem, reaction, solution. So maybe we haven't seen the solution yet. We don't know. Maybe they're still digging up things. Digging up some bodies.
Well, I got another fucking problem. I got a Tesla, right? I start getting a little paranoid, right? And I come to find out my Tesla's mining Bitcoin and Doggy-Coin for what? For nothing. Not for me. I paid for the Tesla. I paid for the shit. Now they want to buy with my money? What's going on over here?
It's a whole lot going on, actually. So you got Tesla, XAI, Starlink. It's probably a nice trifecta there. So if we put a bunch of mobile proof of work mining vehicles that can also transport people and stuff, but who's getting paid out on all that mined Bitcoin, Caspa, Dogecoin,
Casper? Are they the same thing? What is this? What is all this scam bullshit? Listen, there's only some real shit, and that's ISOs, all right? I box anybody who says otherwise. Listen, ISOs, real, regulated, backed, trusted, truthful. But also, there's bad actors out here, okay? They're starting. They're ending it. They're going it, all right? I got gray hairs, all right? Piss me off. Yo, your fucking video game consoles, PCs, your Windows 11, you gotta upgrade, right? Well, guess what they're doing with your upgraded space and RAM and all that? They're just mining shit. And they're sending it in on the back end. Now, you really think the NSA loves you like that, where they wouldn't do that? Get out of here. Makes my blood boil.
Reminds me of that story with the U.S. Air Force. They bought tons and tons of PlayStation 3 consoles. They hooked them all up to create a cluster network. so that, you know, you have one job, but you divide it amongst all of the consoles to take care of it, just like Bitcoin, taking care of part of the block. But who's getting paid? You know, who's receiving all the reward for this? You know, we the people get to drive and not know. Some of us know, but who's collecting? Are you collecting? Am I collecting?
I'm not getting paid for this. I get paid for my staking rewards. I get paid for my dividend investments. I get paid for my property rent. I get paid for my income. I don't get paid for driving. Maybe if I did, I wouldn't be so pissed off. Now this is fucked. Why do they even do this? Why? Why do they do that? You're gonna say why? Who knows? Maybe they're trying to take over the world. Maybe you got bankers trying to stop them. Maybe they're working together. Maybe this Lincoln gets the best of me, and I don't know how to not tell the truth. Fuck you mean?
Yeah, you got Swift, Ripple, Bank of International Settlements. Oh, you got BRICS nations, and you have all the other Western nations. You know, G6, G7, G this, G that.
I got a list of co-conspirators.
All right. What do you got?
We got Swift. We got the Bank of International Settlements. We got BRICS. I'm bricked up just thinking about it. Ripple, Stellar, Hedera, Algorand, VeChain, China, America, Russia, Quant, Zenfin, Blackstone, BlackRock, Starbucks, fucking Burger King throwing an ad in the ring now. Well, figure out how to make a good fucking burger. And then maybe next time, make a fucking Bitcoin. Yeah, don't forget Zenfin, Axelon, Flail, Jasmine? What the fuck is Jasmine? That bitch from Aladdin? Jafar? Quit playing. Y'all don't hear me though. What the fuck is up?
What is up is the future is about to flip. That's what's about to happen. We're going from the good old paperwork, analog, going to digital. Soon we'll go to
Dgtl.bizkit.
Yeah. So what we're witnessing is technological change. It's kind of it's on the background. You know, this isn't, you know, paint on the house that people get to watch you be like, oh, he's painting a house. Nah, they're like moles in the ground, rearranging everything, making it more efficient, but they're not going to tell you.
Are these moles in the ground rearranging shit trying to make it more efficient? The same moles that are in my phone trying to hear what I'm saying?
Speaking of phones, man, phones are probably even mining some Bitcoin as we speak right now. It's not for us, it's for them. Cell phones are basically smart computers, right? They are a computer. They can handle smaller amounts of mining. Obviously, you know.
Mining small? What is this mining small? Get your own damn shit. Fuck you mean? Why are we mining? Why are we subsidizing the mining? Y'all got the military. Y'all got the entire world. Why us? Why the cattle?
Because we're useless eaters in some people's eyes at certain levels. You know, like the more money you acquire, the more that you're most likely going to think of yourself and not others. That's a very common thing. Especially if you have more money, you have more power, so it's a lot easier. Now there's a lot of good people out there, there's also a lot of bad people. And when the bad people decide to do some things, it really stands out, where it's not like, oh, this guy donated $1 million to the cancer hospital. No one gives a fuck. But, oh, this guy donated $1 million in ammunition to ISIS or something. That's going to be everywhere, all over the national television, this and that. It's going to be drama. But same thing, $1 million in power. You do good, you do bad. But what gets more attention? That's where we're at. So, all that Bitcoin pouring in, it's funneled. PayPal Mafia, the VC gangs, they know about it. They're the ones that are trying to amp it up, get the government to get on board with it. And now, we're past that. The government is on board. We're watching mass adoption of different things going on daily now. You know, it's not going to just like wake up one day and it's like, oh, it's a whole new world. No, it's not like that. It's a daily 1%, 1%, 1%. That's what I see. I don't know if that's the future, but it's always going to be slow. Maybe. Quantum computers, that's going to flip everything over.
What's really going to flip everything over is when these fucking magnetic poles shift, all right?
Ooh.
Yeah, these poles are going to shift. These political poles are going to shift. Everything's going to shift. And you people are going to eat shit. Now listen, I'm a cool guy, right? I like to chill at the beach. I don't like to do a lot, you know? As you can see, it's hot outside. We're chilling, all right? None of that bullshit. Not around here, okay? We're locked in. You should be locked in too. Lock into TonySterlingConspiracy.com. Holla at your boy. Click a link. No ads. We're an ad-free, not-for-profit organization here working to bring you the latest and greatest from the brightest and tightest. It's your boy, Fresh Till I'm Dead with the thread. We are out here with...
Oh, yeah, that's me. Sorry, man. I'm on the beach, dude. Having a great time.
Slowpoke Gonzalez, my boy.
What's up? How you doing, Tony? Enjoying the beach like Gonzalez over here?
Yeah, I'm drunk as hell. I'm high as fuck. And I couldn't feel better about myself. Listen, this is now a 21 and up episode. If you're under 21, get the fuck out of here. Or start investing in Bitcoin and open yourself a Roth IRA. Get started today. Don't do drugs. That shit's gay. As you were saying?
No, just hanging out, being very sober and clean, you know. Don't do anything bad now. Unless you're at the beach. All right, so we got to talk. There's some things. Last week, the FDIC, they just literally posted on the website saying, hey, banks, like 5,000 or more banks in North America.
How many banks we got in North America, cameraman? Well, what about the banks?
Maybe I'm thinking branches, but North America, boom, USA, they are allowed to start using crypto without the FDIC approving anything.
Holy fucking-moly.
Yeah, that just dropped like last week. So we got that happening. At the same time, the CFTC also did a thing. So it's like all these controls, all the regulations, they're unlocking doors right now. You know, windows are opening. People are jumping through. They're trying to get in quick. The front runners are going to be the ones that win. Once the first bank decides to dip their foot in, go public with it, and if they go on mass scale, they're going to be the big bank that's going to be collecting these small guys and going, all right, we're going to buy you out, and you're going to be wearing our name on your building. That's probably going to happen. We'll see a consolidation of the banks very soon because here we are in the new tech. This happened back in the 70s with Swift and all that. I mean, it's just like, boom, new technology. It was a little better than how they were doing it. You know, they went from strictly paperwork, and then here comes Swift, which is like digitization with computers. So it's a little more efficient, definitely more efficient than, you know, previously. But now, fast forward today, 50 plus years, we're up in the beach talking about the digital age. So it's great to be alive.
70,000. It's the U.S.
70,000? So 5,000 of you fucking lucky little cock smokers get to have yourself a nice little kickback and enjoy some cool shit and get ahead of the rest. Your local credit union is probably getting dusted, probably getting bought up and scooped. Your local small regional bank, probably getting done up and scooped. It's probably already happened. You might have got a fucking letter sometime in the last couple of weeks, months, years, talking about a merger that's good for business, and if you're on the wrong end, perhaps a rebranding. More likely than you think. Happens to the best of us. Now listen, we here at Tony Industries, we don't really fuck around like that, but we do get down. So plan ahead, all right? Plan for the future. TonySterlingConspiracy.com.
So, yeah, Gary Gensler.
Gary Guzzler.
That guy.
Gary Cum Guzzler. How's he doing? My favorite twink.
So before he became the SEC chairman, he was an instructor or professor at MIT. And he would talk about XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptos for what he was teaching. What was interesting is you can watch some of these sessions that he does. There's only a couple of them that have been deleted forever from the internet. One of them talks heavily about XRP. So there is a bounty out there. to actually get a copy of that and just put it everywhere on the internet.
You heard it here first, folks. The bounty is live. This is now the Big Shot. Sorry. Yo, dude, it's now the Big Shot Network, dude. We got live bounties. Boom, 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 boom. Wake the fuck up. Get that money, bitch. How much we talking? 80K?
Depends on who's.
$500,000?
There's a lot of people offering different amounts, different bags.
$20 million bounty on this thing, all right? Bring it to the Biscuit Studio. Send it to the something. We'll fucking get it. We will report it. You will get cashed out $20 million on everybody's soul but my own. I'll hit this parlay and we'll get you your money. Get us the clip. Gary Gensler's social lecture type thing.
Yeah, he's at MIT teaching digital assets, basically.
Alumni.
Check
Come
this out.
loud. Come here.
Tying it in with all these banks that are about to get gobbled up by the big guys. Check it out. He even said that the big power struggle is that these big banks, they don't want, they have to share the power, the monopoly they have on the financial system, and they don't want to do that. So he knows that as an instructor in the 20 teens, late 20 teens, and then boom, he somehow becomes the most important person at the Security Exchange Commission, overseeing like $140 trillion of assets.
Illuminati, baby.
What did he do while he was SEC chair the whole time? He literally prevented crypto from happening in the country. We don't know if it was him or the people he works with. We understand that there's a senator from Boston that he absolutely enjoys and loves, and she absolutely enjoys and loves.
Senator from Boston.
Oh, yeah.
It's the one with
the short hairdo. Yeah. She rhymes with scoring. She ain't scoring anything though, man.
Storm from the X-Men.
So there's Sam Bankman.
Sam Bankman, feed me more goon sessions.
Yeah. So there's now talk that Sam's parents are still on the hook. So we might be seeing jail time for Daddy Sam and Mommy Sam.
Damn, they said 10 million was never enough. We need more dollars, more money, bitch. Pay me mines, motherfucker. Listen, if you think this is crazy, you ain't seen nothing yet, all right? Digital Biscuit, YouTube. You're here, you're live, you're family, all right? But don't get too close. You're like that uncle I only kind of fuck with, all right? Know your place.
Hell yeah. All right. So we also have to talk about the Internet of Value. Take it back a little bit because
Internet of Value, is this the value I get from shopping at eBay.com or?
So it's a term that literally encompasses all value that's transacted or held in like stores of value or whatever. Chris Larson coined the term like a decade ago. And what's Ripple trying to do? They're trying to unlock the Internet of Value. So what is XRP exactly? It's literally anything. It's a neutral bridge currency. So once that happens, if enough countries go live with this, the whole fiat system gets replaced basically. We'll be using fiat in name, but it's like a brand, you know, US dollar. That's a nice brand. Most people around the world use it. They don't have to. There's no rule saying, oh, you have to use the dollar. There's no rule for any currency that has to be used. But XRP, once they start using that between nation A and nation B, you know, whatever, company to company, it just eliminates trust because it's then just transparent. Because that's literally what XRP is doing. There's other blockchains directed to cyclic graphs out there. They do the same thing, but do they have the network? Do they have what they spent a decade plus building as Ripple? And then before that, you have the PayPal mafia. It's like the same people. They're just rebranding things, changing things, tweaking things. But that's where we're at. We're literally about to see it. And we probably are seeing it right now, but our little tiny brains as humans, we don't fully grasp the gravity of the situation. It's like we had years and years to acquire this stuff. And years and years and years to bitch amongst each other saying, oh, Bitcoin's best. XRP's best. Doesn't matter. Just choose a team. As long as you're invested.
Are you advocating for tribalism right now, Mr.
XRP
SRP? Are you advocating for tribalism? I don't know. Nuke government or something. What's going on?
Yeah, so to speak, figure
You
out
got that happy hash? You want some more?
the happy hash.
We stay smoking around here, boys.
So I'm not advocating for tribalism. It's just that's what we're in right now. Like I don't have a choice about it. You know, it's just I'm picking my teams, and then you can't please everybody. Everyone's gonna want to do their own thing. All that jazz. Yeah, I mean, I got a basket of 20 different projects that I like.
20 different projects. When you say projects, are we talking what these companies actually do, or the crypto they?
Oh yeah, if you buy the
produce?
crypto, you're in on the project. That's like a direct investment into everything. I mean, yeah, it's like, for example,
So it's almost better than buying a stock that could be shorted or easily manipulated. Is there easy manipulation of crypto prices out here?
I mean, for now, the theory is that there's just giant whales. There's a small group of giant whales that conduct transactions, but in reality, it's like you could see things on chain. It's way bigger than that. So there's a lot of FUD out there. Oh, it's just the big rich billionaires having fun with this new fake internet magic money or whatever. That's an old term from back in the day on Reddit, like 2010 or something like that, when they started that. You could literally go on the sub back then and click on a link, and you could get free Bitcoin. Once upon a time, they even had a website that you can go on, and you would get 10,000 Bitcoin. You can't do that anymore. It's just done. And this is like when Bitcoin was like 1 to 3 pennies when that was going on. So I just think that with anything new, it's it's always hidden, secretive. Here's an example, a little off topic. The F-117A Nighthawk, the stealth triangle jet bomber from like the 80s. That was in development for a long ass time. But we went from like the P-51 Mustang, which is like badass World War II, right? But within like, I don't know, 30 years or so, we go into stealth jets. That's crazy. That's like a third of a lifetime for, maybe some healthy people. Maybe like half a lifetime for some burgers only daily people. I don't know. Gotta be careful. Take care of yourself.
I gotta stop eating burgers. The milkshakes too, they're not good for you,
Have some water. Even though it's spicy.
Yeah, how's the water? Kirkland, from Costco. It's my favorite water. Listen, speaking of internet value, there's no better value than spending your money wisely and using your fucking brain to figure it the fuck out, alright? So ideally, use your brain, figure it out. Don't be a fool. Use your tool. TonySerlingConspiracy.com. Locked in. Cameraman, what was that newsman you were telling me about the other day? There was some news you were telling me about from the newsman. Anyways, Trouble in Paradise. New mayor of Crazy Town, Ghetto Eddie Muchacho, under massive fire for a lot of controversy at the annual post-election joint smokeout. This motherfucker tried to do a keg stand, and so he's got like a triple G rack, and nobody knew. And then he did that keg stand, and they just kind of flopped out, so. He was taken out behind the barn, so to speak, and they're having a special election come June for a new mayor of Crazy Town. So stay tuned for that. That'll be fun.
Man, rip Crazy Eddie. I kind of like that guy.
Oh, yeah. Nobody's safe because the federal Trump warning could trigger some Bitcoin chaos. And as you can see on both of our tickers here, XRP is chilling around $2, right? It's easy money, y'all. Bitcoin, not really worth it right now. 83K. I want to see 75 and then, lie by, but keep some cash on hand. We're going lower. What else is going on? NFT prices are in the shitter, but collaborations and staking rewards are on the rise. Nobody wants an NFT you can't do anything with. People want an NFT you can make money on. And if you're not providing a project that I can use to increase my internet of value, go fuck yourself. What am I, an art collector? I'd buy real art. Thank you very much. Hey, and that's not to, shit on anyone who doesn't do real art. But, if it's real, it's real. But if you're just putting shit out there, fucking beat your shit to, God bless.
Speaking about beating, what about Hawk Tua girl, Haley Welsh? Off stop.
Yeah, I heard Kimbo Slice caught her slacking and fucking hit that left hook. All the types are crazy.
She's walking. There will be no punishment.
Is
no
walking
legal
free?
action. The case is dropped. It's all good.
Wow.
So the Hawk Tua coin, that rug pull, complete legit. Walking away. Allegedly, it wasn't her that pulled the rug. It was a sniper who jumped on, bought a significant portion of the Hawk Tua coin, and the sniper then rugged everybody. So they knew what they're doing. These crypto snipers.
Oh, so this was a whale.
Essentially, yeah. It's a whale that was doing sniper activity on the chain.
A whale said, ooh, they're creating coins. And then the second it went live, buys 50K, price shoots up, everyone else buys in, and he said, bye-bye.
Classic fucking crypto.
Hey, sometimes we gotta get how we live. Some of us grow vegetables, some of us make people want to turn themselves into vegetables. What's up with this lady? She got demon eyes. She's not, something's going on with this Hawk Tua gal, alright? She's government plant, Mossad, whatever you want to say. Give it, 15, 20 years, she's going to be on some fucking Ghislaine Maxwell type shit. You guys are cooked, alright? Do a quick cut to sponsor real quick, and then, we'll be right back. Hey, what's up, fuckers? Today, we're brought to you by Biscuit Juice, Conspiracy Fuel. Get yours today. The other day, we were talking about hanging out with Bigfoot, man. Let me tell you, he's a cool dimension-stepping cat, man. XRP Hippie could tell you all about it, but I won't let him because we're doing a fucking ad read right now, all right? So, listen, this shit is straight out of Mexico. It's artisan. It's nice. Fucking, somebody's grandpa made this shit, and then, he fucking made some steaks and then kicked back and, enjoyed his life and shit. So, it's, pretty cool and easygoing stuff. So get you some today at your local liquor store. Just walk in, ask for that biscuit juice. Make sure they spell it with a K. You don't want the biscuit juice because you will wind up sipping something really scary. And you don't want to sip scary, okay? Eat your cookies, do your push-ups. Back to the show.
So if you want to go legal, IRS DeFi broker rule, that passed Senate. It's going to be sitting on the office and the Oval Office, waiting for 47 signature. That means basically these DEXs that we use with our digital wallets, like VWorld, Parawallet, you got Bifrost, all that stuff.
They're all going to have to start a KYC?
They aren't forced to report the finances of what we're doing on there, for staking, delegating.
So now they are?
We have to do that. Say if you go over a certain amount of money, you better report that, or else you're gonna, if you get audited, they're gonna
$600. Keep it under $600 per wallet. Hint, hint. There's enough wallets out there. Y'all can do that. Some of you big dick motherfuckers with a couple million. You can spend it up to $600 on a wallet. Don't be lazy. Get a distro kid to do it, huh? Maybe pay a young enterprising individual.
These rich cats, they're hanging out in Switzerland or down in, Panama or something.
Yeah, just be a fucking nerd on a computer for a couple hours, man. This shit's too easy, man. We're moving like fucking senior citizens in fucking, whatever that place in Florida is, Bora Bora. All right, we're moving like senior citizens in Bora out here. All right, we're not panic buying it. So this isn't your fucking, cocaine addicts fucking, day trader channel, all right? This is a fucking real-ass 501c3 nonprofit, whatever the fuck organization. We are out here doing the most good. All right?
Sounds like that Doug Ford guy with medical cocaine up in Canada. I can't believe they're allowing that these days.
Shout out Tom Ford. We miss you, buddy. Come back. Listen, here's cocaine is fentanyl. Can you pull up that clip of Alex Karp from Palantir talking about a fentanyl-laced urine? Yeah, you're in for the treat, fellas. We're going to put you on. So just like Jeff Bezos and his secret love for iguanas, and, you know, me and my secret love for, nice try, you almost got me. You got to lock in sometimes, right? And, you know, like, this is one of those times. Listen, the beds just got in. We just filled them up. We're going to start planting, like, this week. That's the thing. Here we go. Palantir CEO, Dr. Alex Karp. In the meantime, while we play this, can we also find out what he's a doctor of?
Often need a lower boost. Like the
Yeah, so anyways, this guy's talking about the fucking
drone and having light fentanyl laced urine spraying on analysts.
Alex Karp. Palantir.
So that's my lower purpose.
But this guy's a fucking legend, right?
But
So this guy's like, he's the crackhead Taika Waititi of Silicon Valley. He got zapped by about 420 volts,
because whatever
running at a 280 amps, and he just kind of got fucked with that one. And he's a handsome individual, but he needs a stylist. So ladies, if you're out there, guy's got a couple bucks he could kick you. He might even tip. But so he was talking about short sellers and people who try to fuck Palantir because most of their money is like coming from investors like you and me. And he's talking about how much he hates them, and he hits these motherfuckers off with the if I could, I'd just throw a light fentanyl laced urine in a drone and just spray it all over them everywhere they went, and just have AI do that automatically. And so, if you're really wondering what Palantir does,
well, I love the idea of
their goal is to make war easier. Less people have to die. Honorable, sure, but these guys are making kill bots, kill dogs. Eventually, they'll come for you, and you chill, blah 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 blah. I'm not fucking around here. What the fucking? You better watch your back, dude. All right. You don't want no fucking Palantir kill bots coming at you. So, Palantir, thanks for sponsoring the video. Alex Karp, you fucking legend. And hey, tell Palmer I said hi.
You got Chris Larson, right? Didn't he do Palantir?
Chris Larson is Palantir adjacent, yes.
All right.
He's a good boy. We got a lot of crypto and tech bros that are about to take over the finance sector, getting in with this fucking company that since 2003 has been taking over and disrupting the military sector. I
mean, I look at the Ukrainian-Russian war as testing grounds. We're seeing drones that are used.
Just like Call of Duty did Advanced Warfare before it started down this new arc that it's doing. Like, this is a glimpse of the future to come. Like, the next few games ain't going to be the same as what we just showed you. But eventually it's going to be more advanced than this shit. Can you pull up a picture of cyberpunk Ukrainian drone footage watcher? And then, you were saying?
No, I was just saying, like, the stuff they're testing was only used during tests, not live action combat. And now, we're actually, all the governments around the world, doesn't matter where you're from, they're all observing, they're gaining valuable information of how the war is being conducted on the digital age out there. Like, yeah, you still have people, guns, bullets, but when you have drones that can pretty much do their own thing, they can identify an enemy, and then you have some dude on a joystick hanging out somewhere in the middle of Ukraine. You're like, all right, that's fine. Just fly it manually, and then if it's like a kamikaze drone, the last impact will be flown in with AI, so it hits the most critical weakest point in the target. So we got that going on. I know that Ukraine has a brigade of autonomous vehicles that are human-assisted / AI. That brigade, or whatever it was, battalion, I think it was a battalion, they actually won a battle on the battlefield just using like 50 cal mounted little golf cart on tracks, basically, and then flying drones. The Baba Yaga, as the Russians call it, because you can't hear them when they show up in the middle of the night, and they could drop significant bombs, and then just fly back, grab another one, fly back.
Sent the image to the DC.
But we have like at least $14 trillion plus invested in Ukraine with United States assets.
14 trillion?
There's trillions of dollars invested. I hear
billions of dollars invested there. We're about to send another 18 trillion to fucking Israel and Gaza. Take a look at this fucking legend on the screen right now. You should be asking why the fuck we got a deficit so big. It's because we got pockets way too loose, alright? People be spending money. Anyways, look at this absolute fucking legend right here. So this guy, he's watching the drone live through his goggle setup. Extra batteries on the pack. That's a drone signal jammer. So any drones that come in like a 200-foot radius of him get fucking shut down and just fall out the sky and get deactivated. And then they pick those up, plug their own firmware, and then they can fucking fly them somewhere else back at fucking ops. So this is just a fucking small piece of the future. Plus the fit. We got deep purple, a royal mauve hoodie with these fucking jeans are vintage. You just know he's had those laying around. Somebody's had them laying around since the 70s. Fucking boots. We gotta check on those boots. What are those? What are those boots? Those are nice looking boots, yo. I'd wear them.
Correlating what we're seeing here, you go to the deep sea ports in China right now, they're leading by example of how they're doing port work, moving containers off ship and onto trucks and all that. They'll have like a whole floor plan with dozens of people. It used to be hundreds, if not a few thousand people hanging out at the ports to move everything and all that. But now, it's robots, AI.
Oh yeah, logistics?
Yeah, and there's
automated
like
robots pulling off the ships?
Yeah, but there's one guy with like a battle station in front of him where he could just like click through, like the drone operator, one guy, 100 drones.
He does that on here and he just...
Yeah, it's probably like...
And he's got another camera on there that shows him what's in front of him in real time.
Yeah, so he's basically a fighter pilot on foot because he has that whole
on foot
entire
fighter
foot.
pilot, and if they come try to drone fucking strike his ass, he just hits the jammer and says, beep. We're safe.
Allegedly, they have a plasma rifle they fielded. I don't know if that's 100% accurate and
What, a
true.
plasma rifle? Is that real?
But yeah, Ukraine
plasma
fields-
rifle?
Yeah, Ukraine fields plasma rifle. I don't know if it's if this is just make believe or if it's real life.
Oh, wait. Go back down. We're finding, this is the fashion portion of the show. Okay.
Nice style for flying a drone.
They look like just freaking work boots.
Yeah, they might have just been like electrician boots then. Yeah, fuck, those are nice, dude. That'd be so good for hiking. Look at the flexion. His feet are not that sweaty, dude. He's pretty cozy up in there. That's an optional fit.
What's interesting is you can get a chain of these guys, and if they infiltrate Russia, those drones can just link up to each guy on the ground to, try to keep it as quiet as possible. Don't want to bounce a signal to a satellite or a radar. But
They got robots out there doing it. They're fucking walking on these you got robot dogs, they got robot weasels with fucking missiles on their back. Like, they got fucking laser dolphins. They got goddamn birds with C4 strapped to their chest. They got everything, alright? Hey, look, you're a little finch. You're gonna go fucking just do finch shit, and they're just like, oh, cute birds making bird sounds. It can't be a fake bird. And then it just fucking
I mean,
up in your trench, go.
This goes back into World War II and even further back in the past, but World War II in Japan, they were
That's the Russian
injecting
aircraft like butter.
napalm into the birds that lived in the straw roofs of Japanese buildings. And so when you drop a bomb on that, you have all that extra napalm just sitting there, so it was just an inferno. Obviously nukes, but this was before the nukes.
Impressive technical specifications that could offer some clues about the capability.
Before the nukes, life must have been great. Listen, last time I was nuking, oh, here we go. We got some drone powered lasers. Yeah, we got lasers on drones. All right, fuck the dolphins. Like, this will fuck you up one day.
Against threats at a moderate distance.
We got lasers out here.
Extreme proximity to the
all right, Palantir. Yo, this is Andoril. This is everybody fighting the good fight. All right, we're going through another crusade right now. It's another world war. They're not gonna really go after it and announce it, but this shit's been going on for like 30, 40 years by now. You gotta figure it out. Like, late stage means end game. End game means, you know, we're just going to keep doing the damn thing, so.
And when you have mass production of weapons, you get a continuous
altitudes
spiral.
over 2 kilometers? You're just getting zapped by a fucking laser? God damn. God damn. Yeah, that's crazy shit, bro. I don't know if I can fucking...
Well, just don't sign up for the
How
military.
far is it to the space? How far is it to space?
Depends on, like,
Hey,
which
you
part
might
of the
lie, but
atmosphere.
it's a real question. How far is space?
Do you want, like, lower Earth orbit?
Got a man line, an imaginary boundary of approximately 100. Okay, so yeah, they don't got space lasers of this variety yet. Can we look up the space laser? What's up with that? Well, what's up with the space laser?
Man, legally they have LiDAR, so they can map the, you know, the topographic maps more accurately and stuff like that, and other things like LiDAR with GIS technology. I mean, that goes back, though, a couple decades. I mean, it's more mainstream now. You can go get a certificate.
Establish a DoD space laser program plan containing clear and specific milestones and objectives which recognize the relative priority of space lasers within the DoD, committing to the necessary funds to meet these objectives and to maintain stability of the program selected. And 3, to establish a management structure to accomplish program objectives efficiently. Media inquiries, Sarah Kazmarek, Office of Public Affairs. Does she have a phone number?
No, it's just an email address.
Can you send her an email from the official Biscuit Gmail saying that, hey, Digital Biscuit News Network, we are here to, fucking just inquire about space lasers. Y'all got any militarized space laser? Simple as.
I used to go to the dollar store and get a $1 military laser. My cat had a lot of fun with it. That's about it.
I mean, that's like a red one, though. We got green ones. You look up laser from space blowing stuff up. This has to be real, though. The next bit totally relies on this being, real in this universe.
I mean, just go rewatch any of the old James Bond flicks. That was kind of just giving us a little hint of what the future might look like.
No, lasers from space, like images maybe? Videos? Alright, boom. Maui wildfires. What's up with that? Checkmate, atheist. What the fuck is this?
Totally legit, man.
I mean, that's a big laser if I ever seen one.
I mean, I wouldn't rule it out. Obviously, there was the...
Like, what is that? How do you... What is that?
I mean, I doubt that it's not possible. It's plausible. It's not impossible.
What is that?
I mean, they're mounting laser pods on F-35 fighter jets, and Boeing is about to create the next generation of fighter jets. So these Boeing, I think they're called the F-47 or something. So Boeing won, Lockheed Martin has to be benched for this next generation of fighter jets. Jets are eventually probably going to have lasers on them too. So you just fly a jet. And if you need more power, then you just put the laser on a jumbo jet, kind of like with the, chemtrails, if you will. Just instead of all the stuff for chemtrails, just have tons of batteries and generators on the aircraft and a laser that could just blast. But it just looks like a regular commercial airplane zipping around.
Holy fucking shit.
But I got a good one. This one's it'd take us to a different world in the biscuit. But the White House presidential actions on March 25th, executive order signed, modernizing payments to and from America's bank account. Now that right there is very interesting. When you click into it and you start reading down on it, they list some things that's like, damn, there's no way that crypto is not involved with that executive order. Now they can't just spill the beans and give us all the prizes right away. You got to work at it. This is just a little slight edging, if you will, of some good info for the crypto folk. I don't know about the bank folk, but the bank folk, they're going to get on board too, so they'll be fine. Eventually, your favorite bank, they're probably going to become your favorite crypto exchange because they're allowed to dabble and they want to make money. And like for example, Visa, MasterCard, they control 80% of the current financial transacting system. That is a monopoly. And they make a lot of money per transaction. Every transaction, they get paid for that. It's probably like a 1.5 to 2.5% per transaction, but they pocket that money. So they make a filthy amount of money. And with this executive order here, just if you go looking at it, they want to change how direct deposits work, how debit and credit card payments work. They are even saying digital wallets and real-time payment systems and other modern electronic payment options are going to be impacted, changed. So the whole world, be prepared. Grandma's not going to be writing any checks ever again. I think checks are dead.
What about balances?
Well, the balance, you have to see your balance. You need to know what you're holding. But what this right here, payments to and from Americans' bank accounts, imagine getting paid real time. Instead of waiting 2 weeks for a paycheck, you could be clocking in and clocking out, and that money could already be hitting your bank account, pre-tax, whatever.
How does that affect business owners?
Makes it a lot cheaper on him because the paperwork is more automated. It's going to be basically AI will be involved, so it's automatically being reported to the IRS. Even the IRS, they just put an article out that they have to evolve and adapt their systems because they're finding dozens of billions of dollars in fraud because the old system basically permits fraud to easily be conducted. If they put it all on AI and blockchain, the age of trust there is dead, and then here comes the age of transparency at the IRS. Now, obviously, they're still going to have private ledgers. It's not like any Joe Schmo on the street is going to be able to go on the IRS website and be like, I need to see who that business is working with, and I need to know all the transactions. But AI, it's going to be there, and whoever's managing the AI, most likely they're going to know. And you can't have AI without blockchain because it needs to track itself. It needs to have a ledger of its own actions, not just numbers, but actually telling us what it's doing, stamped, all that good stuff. Blind signatures, basically. That's what that is. Just proof of doing what it's doing. So, in today's world, just a bunch of humans running around, using some computers, poking on it with their fingertips. That is ridiculous. You look at Social Security. They keep a repurposed mine or something like that as a paperwork Fort Knox, basically, for paperwork for Social Security. Physical documents. Now, that right there, centralized, that could go up in flames and then there's no copies. It's going to ruin a lot of people's days if that happens. So what do? You digitize all that stuff. You tokenize it. You put it on private ledgers of public blockchains. So yeah, it's a public, distributed ledger technology, but it can handle any information. You could be You could be Tony Islander selling coconuts and putting each coconut on a blockchain if you wanted, or each box of coconuts, so you know exactly where your coconuts are going and who is fondling those nuts of yours. We don't know. That can happen. It'll be
Just
transparent.
fondling my nuts?
Yeah, man. It'll be all on chain. It'll be transparent. Your coconuts, your bananas, all of it. You don't know. You don't know who's going to be eating it, though, because that's their private information. It's not like, oh, I'm going to put it on blockchain. I'm shoving Tony's coconuts into my drink. So, you know, same thing applies to anything, though. Gold bar, car, can of soda, cookie, chest, freaking buildings. I think even, like, the air that we breathe will be tokenized. Because they're able to have sensors everywhere going like, oh, the quality of air is this. There's a forest fire, there's that. So there might be a monetization of air. We monetized water. Why aren't we monetizing air? That can happen.
Monetizing air?
I mean, they got carbon capture devices.
You gonna charge me to fucking breathe now? Brother, this no fucking work, man. You cannot tell me to fucking breathe, man. You tell me I owe you money because I had breathe this morning? This is not how it works, man.
I'm saying for the companies that are going to be having any emissions.
I was like, optional buy. Is like optional buy?
No. Tokenizing the air is in
No, like master, like
if they have an average like ppm part per million for whatever the pollution is, and they're tracking that and they have the averages, if they then tokenize that, they can monitor the air, and then they can just have drones with these sensors hang out by factories or even permanent sensors mounted, and then say that factory starts doing something shady, off chain if you will, in the future, and they're trying to be like, trust me bro, even though we're going into a transparent world, and they start kicking up more emissions, and depending on the regulations there, that tokenized air, because it's on chain, we have real-time monitoring of it. If they start fucking the air up, this is where the monetization kicks in. They now owe money to someone.
what?
So they got to be careful with their business practices of what they're doing, be it, you know, steel, manufacturing.
What is the enforcement on this stuff?
The laws.
We kicking people's doors in because they got something coming out there. A lot of these gases and emissions are transparent and clear. You can't really see them.
If you have the right camera, though, it shows up. Like methane looks like a big colorful cloud, but it's invisible to the eye. So that's just the age we're going in. Ukraine's playing with AI plasma gangsters, and we got tokenized air. Better be careful with how you burn your tires and your garbage.
Tokenized plasma gangster? Sounds like we're in trouble. Dgtl.bizkit, we are in trouble. Big trouble. More trouble than the Dr. Sausage on my plate that I will fucking smash. Brother, why are we so concerned with how shit go, man? What we have to do is we have to focus on like what is happening in India, man.
The way I see it,
India has lots happening and we don't talk about it enough.
this isn't investment advice whatsoever, but it is life advice. If we discuss these things that will be happening in our lifetime, we know that technology will be used. We will uncover this technology and we will invest in this technology because it's not stopping.
Buy the money makers, baby.
We already know Hedera, H-Bar, they're tokenizing air. How? Carbon credits. V-Chain, they're handling carbon credits. That's how you tokenize air, by literally allowing companies carbon credit. Like we do this already in the States. You get like a little tax write-off if you're a little careful on how you spend your money and all that jazz. With the companies, you know, if they are doing safe practices that cost a little more, they get a tax write-off. So they have incentive to change their ways to a newer system, even though it'll cost more on the company at the time. When they do their taxes, it's a tax cut. That might balance it out. Now, We're also going into it looks like a wartime economy. I mean, we see like the National Park Service, they're getting cut.
Industry is up, mechanical is up.
Executive order to accelerate.
Manufacturing is up.
Yeah, so we have executive orders right there. We read that logging industry, they want to amp it up right now because it's almost like a wartime economy coming up soon.
Yeah, but we don't need the wood for tanks and other shit for the military. We need to build more fucking houses.
Money. So what the wood's
So we can
for,
sell that
not
shit.
for us. Yeah,
We're gonna sell that shit to everybody.
our wood
Sell
is
that
not
shit to
even the States.
Ukraine.
It's going into other countries.
Damn, we're really selling the wood to Ukraine and Israel.
Well, who's getting blown up right now? Syria, Middle East, Russia. They're probably going to need some wood because they're
Yemen's getting blown the fuck out.
So any place that's been dealing with a heavy amount of conflict, like Syria is a really good example. They need to rebuild. And how are they going to rebuild? Well, they're going to need a lot of lumber. And they don't exactly have all the lumber they need right there in their
So we're
country.
selling American good lumber instead of building houses here and making shit cheaper. We're sending that shit to somebody else that so fucking BlackRock can get a check. You should be aware of this shit. You should be wondering why the fuck we're sending money to people to take more fucking money. Dimitri, tell him. You gotta fucking these fucking sons of bitches, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? The fuck? This is unacceptable.
Guess what? The forests will be tokenized. Why? Because then we'll know exactly every single tree, its age, the measurement at that date and time. And then we have a way better, more accurate inventory of what we're harvesting and selling. And there it is. It's that simple. And what is it going to be on? DLT, baby.
So if
That's
I
what
buy
it is.
that tokenized tree and then some asshole comes up and cuts it because he wants to fucking steal a tree, do I get paid?
Now it's interesting. The legalities of, say, you privately own a forest that you want to then start selling to a company for them to harvest or whatever. And
Well, I'm gonna tokenize that so I can maximize my income because why the fuck I ain't not trying to make no fucking money, yo.
Well, what happens if some guy shows up with his own company, doesn't realize the lines, he fucks up, he starts harvesting your forest that's tokenized, so you have a legal contract per tree or however it's going to be laid out. I don't know if it's going to be per acre, per tree. I mean, we have you can send drones up there 24/7 and scan everything, measure everything.
These
And then put it on the
motherfuckers
block.
suck jizz, bro.
All we can do at our level, though, is figure out which blockchains are doing this, and if you
When they're
want to
blessing the
retire-
token.
Yeah, if you want to retire, that's why we study this. That's why we buy into this. It's the future. It's happening now. I mean, I like money. You like money. Your bills like money. Roof over the head's nice. Food in the stomach.
Damn, that's too real. Fuck.
Make money. That's the best part of it. Everything's money. Money is power.
Irish air for $20, huh?
Here's one.
Oh, they had a stock. People bought it all.
Yeah, you're buying air.
Hear me out. Can we look up plane tickets to like fucking Kazakhstan? Let's go eat some horse. Oh, only 1,600, huh? Yeah, let's do Expedia.com. Pinchar. Taiwan's flag carrier, let's go. 400 plus airlines. We're gonna go from August 3rd to August 8th.
Holy shit. Go on.
But anyways, it's beautiful over there, alright? Bear with us, okay? We all just woke up. It's 3 a.m. right now. We brought this one bright and early, you fucking cocksmokers. Yeah, let's go to Almany. Almaty International. Shout out Kazakhstan. Shout out Pakistan. Shout out China. Shout out Istanbul. Shout out our boys over in Georgia. Shout out our friends and good family. My heart goes out to all of you. Deep in the Congo.
Shout out Ripple. Yeah, Brad Garlinghouse last week announcing that the case will be dropped. That all they have to do is pay $50 million. Originally, they were going to pay billions, but now they're down to 50 mil. All we're waiting on is the next 30 to 60 days that the injunction be lifted from Ripple. And once that happens, Ripple gets to play with all the banks and other institutions in the United States of America. And what does that mean? Bag holders, it's going to be a good time. It won't be overnight. But once this finally is past us, the darkest of the darkest nights, and now the sun gets to rise, you're going to make a lot of money. We're going to see some cool stuff. Safe yield projects. I don't know how it's going to work on the DeFi side of things, but the FDIC certainly seems interested. If you go on Uphold, the FDIC will cover your ass for the stablecoin that they approve up to 2.5 million. So, it's interesting what's happening right now. It's unfolding before our eyes. You just got to continue to maintain that focus. Understand this is it's a long process. Many people, like our grandparents, worked all their lives to, barely retire comfortably. Woohoo! Good for you. Great. We're in this new age where literally computer code, 0 and 1s, will just pay you. And then you can just do whatever you want to do. Everyone has a different lifestyle. So I don't know how much money is going to be generated per bag and all that. You just have to realize, okay, if you're a somewhat wealthy person, you're probably going to want a lot of what it is. If you're someone that's just comfortable, just want a simple life, maybe you don't need to max out and have as much as possible. Unless you plan on helping people around you, Make sure you're good, your family's good, your friends good, your community's good. And then you get to kick back and look at your accomplishments. That's where it should be, the mindset at least. Shouldn't just be like, hey, I'm going to sit on this gold mountain by myself, alone. But guess what? I have all the money I could ever dream of and nothing else. So
that's all it's about, right? It's about the money.
End of day, power was tokenized into money, in my opinion, before tokenized was even a word.
It's all about the money, huh? Everything for the money.
If you could help people get out of debt, get them off the streets, that's because of money and your decision. There's nothing else. I can't hand them a box of bananas and expect them to get off the street. But
and all you fine little sluts out there on the street looking for somewhere good to go, call Mr. XRP Hippie over here. Check out his van on the beach. But y'all don't feel me though. Y'all don't hear me though. Y'all don't even comprehend me. Listen. Goyams, Goyamitsas, Gopniks, and such. There's some people out there. Okay? Everything you type, everything you ever look up on the internet, anything you ever conceive in your head, put it on, tangibility. I'll take a little nip of that, my boy. And then, if you're not locked in, it's getting scary, all right? These people are, they're doing black magic to your shit, all right? And you're the one who's making it happen. Every time you click on their shit, it gets worse for you, all right? It will always be worse. Nothing ever happens. Remember, nothing ever happens unless you do it. Sorry, man, I was just having another episode. Yeah, man. Start Googling random shit, alright? Shit you don't give a fuck about. And then click on that stuff and browse some of those websites about stuff you don't care about, you know? And you'll stop getting targeted ads. You'll get random ads again. And maybe, you know, once every 3 months, you know, you got an iPhone or whatever, every 3 weeks even, you just go in your settings, you go to your advertiser settings, and then you just reset your advertiser ID and just fucking keep doing it. You know, fuck these people, man. Make the advertisers spend the money. Don't give them the money ever. Damn, dude, we got hoes on Twitter, man. Fucking. Yeah, so anyways, Elon Musk's daughter, on Hassan's stream.
Oh, the estranged daughter.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, we should clip this and be like, Dgtl.bizkit speaks on Hassan's stream on Elon Musk's daughter, and then warning sexual.
Oh, hell no.
I know.
And then I'm just gonna talk about how bad I just want to Facebook Hassan, dude, because he's fucking hot. I want to spank his ass, bro. I bet he's cheeked up, dude. Dude, what if I was that dog? Hey, yo. Finally. Jesus Christ. I was beginning to think they fucking were losing it, fellas. We're still alive, right? Yeah. Oh, fuck, we're still alive. Anyway, I was beginning to think they were losing it, you know? I'm like, hey, you gonna do this or what? Psh, it's been a while. TSA, you are gay. Get them out of here, alright? Federal government. You know what award they got all years? They're the #1 employer on the planet, alright? Fuck these guys. Downsides, alright? No monopolies out here.
Pretty much what's actually happening with the Department of Government Efficiency at the moment. But, you know, you gotta break stuff before you fix stuff.
You think Bus is gonna fucking actually retire? After they say $1 trillion, which is funny, and they act like they're really about to, but it's only been like $20 to $200 billion, right?
It's all over the place. I mean, technically...
Yeah, I'm hearing like 90 different estimates. I'm like, fuck y'all hoes, dude.
They lost also about $500 billion because of the IRS. So it's like, what they're saving, they're only talking about. They're not talking about the other side, which if they're transparent instead of trust me, bro. So I don't fully trust them because...
I don't trust them for shit, dude. It seemed like a good idea, and then everyone just fucking was out for money.
Yeah, so they...
I love that picture they put there, dude. They just put some fucking big old titties just getting all fucking grabbed on.
Careful.
He's like, hold up, ma'am. I just gotta make sure that you ain't got a fucking bomb in there or something.
Yeah, some C4 plastic surgery.
Yep.
Some exploding knockers, dude.
Yep, and then, you know, I like what experimental fucking protective dildo said. He said, look at the foreign bots that love this idea, you know. He's talking about fucking... You know, goddamn fucking, the moment TSA removes the exact moment of the terrorist attacks committed. I don't think exact moment, but, and you know, 9/11 was a fucking, what do you call it anyways, you know, why would they crash a plane when you could just blow up a fucking city block or like a building or some shit? Like, they don't fucking, they've graduated past planes, alright? Terror happens every day, and the fucking policy is kind of like, don't report on it, alright? You see this shit on TikTok, you won't see this shit on the fucking news, okay?
Never waste a good crisis.
Well, they're not wasting it, and they're not even letting people know that there's a crisis going on, alright? And neither should you. You should figure it out ASAP, how to make that food a little bit cheaper and that grass a little bit greener, because it's only getting harder from here, folks. We're going to be playing on hard mode for official biscuit guess 7 to 15 years.
I mean, let's look in the next, 48 hours? We have the reciprocal tariffs that will be allegedly going live, getting
Keep
signed.
an eye on the channel, fellas. We might update y'all in fucking 24 hours. Jeffrey Epstein victim got suicided in a fucking car crash.
Jeffrey Epstein also allegedly used Bitcoin for transactions, and MIT wanted to investigate or at least study the transactions, but that was never allowed.
So you're telling me Elon Musk is going to the CIA to talk about cutting wasteful spending? He's about to get suicided. And then they say they'll do something about Congress stock trading, but this is probably the part where Congress takes action and then fucking shuts his ass down because he's taking action on stock trading, which, you know, if I was him, I wouldn't be looking for data. I wouldn't be doing anything high profile. I would just be like scraping and looking through the accounting. And just like, you know, stay out of the fucking headlines, man. What are you, fucking stupid? What are you, dumb? What are you, new?
I like the idea that all these Epstein
Yeah, bro, that's me, bro.
connections, when they're hanging out on the island,
He hiding.
you know that they're on camera.
At the island? Absolutely, bro.
Secret cameras.
Everybody
They got blackmail on everyone that decided to show up there and start
Shit, look at that money
engaging in
sign, bro. That
activities.
looks like a VChain app. Yo, XRP? Ooh. Total contract value is $17 trillion. We've canceled 9,000 contracts. Average contract value is $1.8 million. Description. Could we make that one a little bit bigger? Politico. Oh, that's a lot of Politico Pro. What's this? 480,000 to Politico. What's the entity ID take us to? Does that take us anywhere? Oh wow. That's a lot of contracts. 33 million in contracts to Politico.
Okay.
I mean, I don't care who you are. That looks a little suspect. Hey, I want y'all to know if we're getting money from the federal government, I'll be the first to put y'all on with a little dividend for investing in the biscuit, all right? But if we're getting 33 million, bet your ass I'm not reporting from fucking Schizoland over here in Crazy Town anymore. I'll be fucking locked in fucking a nice office, maybe with like flooring or something. I don't know. Point is, you know, if we were even getting $72,000, that'd be pretty cool. Who else is getting money? Let's cycle. Maybe we can riff on this a little bit. Let's do it for the fellas and fellettes. We got Politico. We got JJL Excavation. We got Life Technologies Corporation. We got let's scroll down. Let's see what else. Oh shit, never mind, we got a new page. Damn, 455 pages is crazy. Mercy Medical. Damn, they get their own page. Mindseeker Inc. What the Sigma? Yeah, check out that. Jessica Epstein? What? What? Jessica Epstein. Oh no! 2 contract awards. God damn, bro. Jessica Epstein was getting paid. Fucking 1.1 mil. Mount Rainier, Maryland. Go up a little bit. Let me see some more of that info. Damn. That's crazy. What the fuck, Shane?
There are multiple Jessica Epsteins with prominent positions everywhere on the internet.
Jessica Epstein, Mount Rainier, Maryland. Damn. Who else we got?
The PhD from chemistry from Georgia Institute of Technology. A lot of Jessica Epsteins out there. Yeah, Jessica Epstein lives in Ohio.
Ohio.
LinkedIn showing 40 plus Jessica Epsteins.
1.9 trillion from the Department of Treasury, IRS. Holy shit.
That's the estimated savings, but terminated funding 0.
So they've terminated no funding to the IRS. I don't want to hear about it. So they claimed a lot of cuts.
Yeah, so this is
But the verifiable canceled funding is how much?
7.7 billion.
$7 billion. And he's like, oh, I'm going to be retiring once we hit 1 trillion. It's like, yeah. So what, like 10 more weeks, you fucking lazy bum? Also, you're a fucking goofball. And also, the rest of you are fucking putting on clown makeup, big wigs, and fucking shoes out here. Talking about goddamn, it's like, yeah, about other shit. This fucking Doge thing, it's all a distraction, alright? Just like Trump's a distraction. There's so much bipartisan shit going on right now. Your rights getting snatched up, your whole getting fucked, and you're getting spit on for the fucking next dick in round 2, alright? We'll bleep that one out for YouTube. But look at this. A lot in the Midwest, a lot on the East Coast. What do we got in Washington right now? I feel like we probably canceled something in Hanford, allegedly. And this is all verifiable canceled funding. We're on Musk Watch Doge Tracker. They should have called it Doge Watch Musk Tracker, or Doge Musk Watch Tracker, or Tracker Watch Doge Musk, or actually, no, give me that Tracker Musk, Doge Musk Tracker Watch. Yeah, alphabetic.
Washington.
Yeah, what the fuck's up in Washington over here? We got the Bureau for Humanitarian Assistance.
USAID.
And then hella USAID, the CDC Office of Acquisition, and then fucking PCA. Can you look up PCA International? Damn, dude, hella USAID, bro. Is that Berlin International? Yeah, look up fucking Panorama Global.
PCA International is a company's perspective in portrait photography. PCA International has staked out a position as a provider of high-quality family portraits at affordable prices.
In Washington?
PCA.
Why are we giving them fucking USAID?
This is FEC.
Oh, FECA. Fecal. FECA. National Office. Yeah, what's up with Panorama Global? I'm looking that up right now. Panorama Global.
So the IRS, January of this year, they also posted on their website that the IRS will use innovative technologies and processes such as cloud, agile, DevOps, application programming interfaces, robotic process automation, and next generation infrastructure to reduce costs and efforts. So, yeah,
So Panorama Global forged new partnerships, including the Global Fund for Women's Mental Health, launched with Kate Spade, New York, to expand access to community-led mental health and spark social purpose action resource kit. And so this is all inclusive, all women, $500,000 in unrestricted funding over 3 years to advance maternal health and birth equity. Whatever the fuck that means. This lady looks like a ghost, Gabby Fitzgerald. Again, if you ask for federal funding, Biscuit would love to step in with a, favorable loan term. So give us a call. You know where to find us at Tony, certainly, conspiracy.com. Anyways. Technical difficulties. We'll be back. Can we just put up one of those like cat hanging off the thing and it just says all the trans baddies out there? Call cameraman. Call, there's a Miss Tony at home. Sorry, y'all. But, yeah, call XRP hippie. Call cameraman. Get you some cheeked up white boy tonight. Alright? Back to the show. Florida, 25 million? How much did we cancel in Democrat stronghold California? 264 million? Good lord. The embassy for Nairobi? Tetra Tech Incorporated? I'm gonna look that up, dude. Where's the Nairobi? Where's that at?
Africa.
The African embassy is getting banked, dude.
Oh, Nairobi is the capital of Kenya.
Nairobi, Kenya? Tetra Tech?
Yeah, USA, Canada, Kenya.
I got a feeling
They got
that
Tetra Tech all up and down the West Coast. It's a legitimate company. An overall rating of 3.8 out of 5.
in my opinion, though, this is the big distraction of what's really going on is you got to cancel all these things. You got to fire the people, because that was the old system, analog way, paperwork, some computers here and there. But AI, that's going to be replacing a lot of these things. They'll be canceled and or reinvented, if you will. So I think what we're watching is just, you can't just tell everybody, oh, we're going to cancel out everything and then rebuild it with this new technology. Because people, you know, they don't trust new things ever. And so we're just doing it by distraction of, oh, we're saving money and downsizing the government. In reality, we're just getting rid of the human bodies involved with government.
That's so real.
And then we're just replacing it with AI, maybe some robots depending on the job. Definitely blockchain.
It's literally all USA in California.
That's crazy. So I just looked up Tetra Tech, which is a subsidiary of Honeywell, which you might know for thermostats on the wall and also crazy shit like fucking quantum computing. Honeywell had the first patent on quantum tech. And they make a lot of heaters and other shit, but Honeywell owns Tetra Tech, and Tetra Tech is a company that is made to test radiation in soil samples. They were hired by the U.S. military, however, though unfortunately they were sued by a lot of people, and the government also hopped on to sue them based on their soil samples they were providing were not actually irradiated or from there, and they just falsified everything in a bunch of reports, took the money and dipped, and so they got fucking crucified for that. But not after they got away with 97 million, and then as we can see, we've canceled other future contracts that they've been working with. They were convicted in January.
I mean, Boeing just won $20 billion as a starter package.
God knows they need it.
Well, yeah, Lockheed was brought up earlier, but that's for an example. It's like we're still spending a fuck ton of money. It's not like we're going to stop spending hundreds of billions a year. Like,
Absolutely.
they're just taking money away from, because people are people. They're going to need stuff. They're going to need help. But once you take all the
Don't keep
funding,
stealing.
yeah, you're just gonna see more. You're gonna probably see more addicts out there. You're gonna probably see more homelessness out there.
I hope y'all like drugs. I hope y'all love your neighbors because you're gonna be seeing a lot of them. A lot of them coming up soon. All right, y'all in the Midwest, you think you're safe? You know, I don't know how it is in your world, but over here in Crazy Land, it's sucks. God bless them. Hope they figure it out. Yeah. Also, Dick Cheney. How we feel about Dick Cheney?
Isn't there some new cat that's trying to like act like him? Who is it?
Elon Musk?
Something like that.
Peter Thiel? JD Vance? I mean, they're all Dick Cheney, are they not?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I don't know. Someone was talking about him as
JD Cheney?
yeah, perhaps.
Dick JD? Dick JD. I like that. Dick JD.
JD.
Or JD Cheney, I don't know. It's up to you. Usha Vance. Come talk to Tone, all right? Take a spin. Right, take a seat, and we can spin a thread, ravel some yarn. So to say, JD, my boy. I thought we heavily. Also today, I just want to say, stuff's really good. Let's try it out. Yummy. So it's the Marlboro of alcohol. And for my cig enjoyers out there, it's for my cig beeps, so to speak. Economic times is crazy, I find it interesting. No one really wanted to talk to someone else's wife, especially in fucking Denmark of all places. I'm frankly astounded. I thought y'all had a lot of those types of people over there after I fucked with ABBA. Up at the top, there was an interesting headline. It's that panache right next to the NRI and videos. Up top over here in the panache section. Yeah, to the right. What do they mean, panache? Let's go tech and gadgets. Let's do a tech roundup. Quit. You gay homies deserve some Apple Intelligence. How do we feel about Apple AI? ChatGPT, OpenAI, integration,
Grok.
Yeah, what's up with Grok? What's up with the Grok versus GPT, fellas?
I mean, we
Got
got
anything?
You can look at
What is Grok? But do we open a Grok right now and just start yapping at it?
No,
No?
have to be on X.
I don't.
Then you have to pay for it, I think.
X premium.
Oh, you gotta pay premium?
Pay to play.
That's so weird. Is he even a good AI or what?
So I saw an article where Grok was saying that
I'm gonna start
Elon
calling people Grok suckers. That's for real.
Grok
Call my
will.
moms.
If you ask Grok who is the master of misinformation, it says Elon Musk. But then if you ask it, doesn't Elon own you? And it will be like, yeah, he owns me, but I still think that you should tell the truth. So his own AI says that he puts out the most misinformation out there. That's interesting. So the AI, is it sentient? Is it not? Is it doing its own thing and just reading off of other people's posts?
Oh, and you let it have its own fucking, it could have its own, I wonder if you tweet at it, will it tweet back? Nah, you don't want to do it? Let me do that on the Tony X. By the way, you can follow Tony certainly on X, you can follow Tony certainly on Twitter, you can follow Tony certainly on Gabber, you can follow Tony certainly on Mammoth, you can follow Tony certainly on Instagram, you can follow Tony certainly on Facebook, you can follow Tony certainly at TonyCertainly.com, where you can join some type of group chat that I was told somebody set up. I'm not big on the whole internet, but if we want to get federal. I mean, if we want to get this money, you know, we gotta plug the brand or whatever, you know. So go to their, our website, TonyCertainlyConspiracy.com, guys. Listen, the Indian government is not loving AI, but you know who is? The Chad, Pakistan government, all right? There should be a Pakistani flag. If it's not, I apologize. We've been experiencing some technical difficulties after I spilled biscuit juice all over the flux capacitor, so, you know, bear with us. I'm not an electrician. I just get zapped for a living. Now, Steve Jobs, #1 zesty twink in America for the time. You know, we'd never seen a G-DILF twink like Steve Jobs before. You know, I just want to talk about that for a minute. This man is, you know, he used to be, you know, quite the looker. You know, it's kind of like a Touched by Angels version of I don't know, like that guy from The Stroke, or fucking. No, you know what he looks like? He looks like Lou Reed if he'd never done heroin and was just like a fucking nerd instead, you know. So, shout out. Jack Dorsey, can we pull him up, Panache 101 down there?
Good old Jack.
Look at this, man. Can we blow that page up? So this is a guy I would not want to run to in a dark alley. Can we zoom in? This is a guy who I would want to maybe keep far away from my family, my daughter, loved ones. Elon Musk, can we...
Man, that's an older picture of him, too. He has a long beard now these days.
Elon Musk has a long beard?
No, Dorsey.
Well, Jack Dorsey, you're not Peter Dinklage. You never will be, all right? You're too fucking tall and you're too fucking gay. So come down from the mountain, be a normal-ass person. Quit calling me. Pretoria, South Africa. You know, this guy's a big Drickus Duplessis enjoyer. This guy, he looks like he got... You know that gun in that game that like turns people slow motion? He looks like he got hit with one of those like halfway out the womb. And you know, I don't want to say Elon's now I will say this, alright, as a highly regarded individual with, you know, impressive social programming and you know, a nice AI behind that fucking stupid fucking retard face. You know, he's still an idiot. Pull up Bill Gates. This is what 19 years of like Goy feed and Soylent will get you. All right. Bill Gates must be stopped at all costs. You know, protect anyone who is not a big fan of Bill Gates, I believe. And then we'll just end on Jeff Bezos real quick before we do our outro. Jeff Bezos, lizard eater extraordinaire. Keep an eye on this guy. Good deals on the site, better deals on the Chinese version. You already know what it is. TonyCertainlyConspiracy.com. We are a branch of the Chinese propaganda wing, and we are not CIA. We promise. SRPAP, anything on the way out?
I just want to point out that Bill Gates was interviewed last week on the 26th, CNBC.
New interview.
Yeah, so they interviewed him a little bit, but they're saying that, well, he was saying that within 10 years, AI will replace many doctors and teachers. Humans won't be needed for most things. So that's this decade, meaning we're going to, you know, the next stage of life, a greater level of existence if you invested right. You know, invest right, can't hold tight. Some old dude back in the day on Wall Street that said that, and it will always be true every day into the future. So, yeah, be prepared. This decade's gonna be exciting. You're gonna lose your job. Everything's gonna lose a job because AI and a robot is just gonna automate it. So
If you insist on keeping a job, get into a manual, monos-focused trade. Get into plumbing. People ain't never gonna stop shitting. Get in HVAC. Shit's getting hot. Get into electric because everything's computer. Don't get into coding. Don't get into something stupid. We're over here with DJ Academics and a Black Nazi. So we'll let that play out. And TonyConspiracy.com, Tony certainly on IG, and Dgtl.bizkit here, giving you that digital foot job both on Kick and YouTube. I don't know anything about Kick, but thoughts, comments, complaints, gripes, throw them in the trash. Something we need to hear. Tony certainly Conspiracy.com. Get you some.